to really include everybody. Because if you exclude one person, and I think that's a point which I was emphasizing, and I am emphasizing to everybody, that if you exclude even one person, okay, the COVID-19 will not go away. Okay.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
one person who doesn't have a clean home and a clean life will spread the virus. And this virus now is coming to those people also who are taking all the precautions.
You mean the rich ones?
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, they are doing the social distancing. They are doing everything, and it is coming. And it is coming to famous people, big people.
Famous.
Okay.
The big ones.
Yeah, like Amitabh Bachchan. You know, he's more famous than Modi.
Okay.
Okay, he is more famous in India, and every Indian, and including you know, most of the people in the world, everybody is praying for him that he should get well.
Okay.
Because he's a very, very popular you know, actor in India. I mean, he's probably 10 years older than me, but you know, but his family and the whole history, you know, of about last 50 years, he has been very successful, and he has probably won. Yesterday we concluded this meeting on you know, this racial or you know, dismantling the racism was a meeting topic. And in that way, you know, in the concluding remark, I said, well, the only way to dismantle racism is to win the hearts of everybody. If you do something, whatever you do, okay, whatever you are capable of doing, but the mission and your objective should be that I am going to be winning the hearts of everybody. If you win the hearts of the people, okay, the mind will automatically follow. Okay, because your mind might have 10 different ideas. Your mind might look at me and say, okay, this guy looks like a, you know, like a terrorist. All right, when somebody looks at me, okay, who is suffering from Islamophobia. All right.
Yeah, right.
To them, I look like a terrorist. Okay. So I said, well, if you are doing something to win the hearts of people, and like I tell you, you know my face and you know how I operate and I look. When I was in USA and when Osama bin Laden was, you know, I mean, after 9/11, okay, which is coming soon now. Okay, September 11 will be there, and there are a lot of programs around September 11. So around September 11, I was the only person who used to sell Osama bin Laden t-shirts for $50.
Osama bin Laden t-shirt after 9/11?
Yeah, after 9/11, after 9/11, obviously, I was there. I was in USA at that time. Okay, when 9/11 happened, I saw 9/11. I've experienced 9/11 in USA. All right, I was in USA at that time, and you know, I said, well, I mean, and you know, the problems were there. So different type of strategy was being developed by Muslims to combat this issue, because you know, this sentiment of killing every Muslim was there. All right.
Yeah.
A Muslim kill him. Okay. So at that time, at that time, I was selling Osama bin Laden t-shirts in Trump area. Okay. I'm talking about to Trump people. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
I was selling those t-shirts. Okay. And everybody is looking at me. Everybody is looking at the t-shirt. And I said, well, you know, so much $1 million is on the head of this guy. Okay. Now, if you want to become rich, okay, let's catch this guy. Okay. I'll help you catch this guy because I don't like terrorists. Okay. Whether that terrorist is a white person, that terrorist is a black person, that terrorist is Osama bin Laden. I'm going to make sure that, you know, I find him and kill him. You want to help me kill this guy? And, you know, I mean, my t-shirts were selling like hotcakes.
Incredible.
You see, so that is the strategy which you need to develop, that wherever you are, if you are proposing something which can win the hearts of everybody, everybody will be working with you. Nobody would say no to it. Okay, come up with that kind of a proposal, okay? And you have to be innovative and you have to be really brave, okay, to come up with an idea like this and execute the idea. So, you know, I have gone through the roughest period of my time. You know, at that time it was very rough, okay? And, you know, probably, you know, it was more rougher than COVID-19 time. I'm enjoying the COVID-19 era now because, you know, I know I've seen the problems. I've seen people suffering. So now the solution is what we are proposing, okay? So that was the topic of the meetings yesterday, okay, in the v.net situation. And one of the proposal I simply gave was that, okay, all the NGOs, all the people who are doing all the good work, that good work gets killed generally when the policies of the government is not right, okay? And you are doing all the fight and you are doing all the agitation and you are doing all the sort of a non-value added things to fight the government and to demand something from the government. Okay, wherever, everywhere in the world, in Hong Kong, in, you know, everywhere. You know, it is happening like this. So my proposal was that, well, I was in Kampala, and that gentleman in Kampala who invited me, he wanted to do a lot of good work, and he decided that instead of forming a bridge, you know, foundation to bridge the gap between rich and poor, he decided to form a bridge party. Okay. And he said, okay, bridge party. It's a bridge party. It's a political party. Okay.
Yeah.
An opposition political party. He formed that party. And the way everybody joined him was that he said, okay, €1, $1, join the club, join the party. So $1 was in everybody's pocket. All right. So about, you know, I mean, I think millions of people, 40% of the population of Uganda, they contributed that €1 and joined the party. All right. So they joined the party. Now the fund was there. Okay.
Okay.
And then this guy was intelligent. He was a diamond and gold miner. Okay, himself. He was a rich man. So he thought that, okay, if I've got the money, it's people's money, right? It's not my money, it's the people's money. $40 million is in my pocket now. So what I should do is, I should not be spending that money in doing good work. Okay. Look at the logic, okay?
Sure.
I'm not going to be spending this money in doing the good work and then raising the funds again. I don't want, you know, to ask help from my party member. They have joined me, right? So, I mean, they like my idea. They have joined me. So the $40 million was invested in gold and diamond business. They bought the mines in DRC. Okay.
Okay.
So now the party has an asset. Okay. And the idea which we developed when I was in Kampala was, and why I was invited over there was that, okay, Mufaddal, I like your idea of educating and providing food to Africans. Everybody needs your food. So, and every child needs the education. So now we don't have the money to implement your project, but we have gold and diamond. So you take this gold and diamond, and I cannot sell the gold and diamond to Africans because they cannot afford it, right?
Yeah.
So you take this gold, this diamond, you take the gold and diamond, and you go to Dubai. Okay, you sell it in Dubai, and then whatever money we make, you bring the money back.
Okay, and one question, that's available?
Yeah. That bridge party exists. But
No,
then
but that's that.
I told you that what
was,
happened there, right? I actually told you that what happened was that I became the mandate for 5,000 metric ton gold, okay?
Yeah.
Which we are trying to sell now also. 5,000 metric ton gold and like 100,000 carat of diamond, okay? And I saw those things in Kampala, okay? With my own eyes, I saw that. It is still lying in the Entebbe airport, all right? So I said, good, now, we cannot really export this gold because, my community decided that, they don't want to get into the gold business because it is very risky, okay? Because I was supposed to get 10% of the funding from my community in Nairobi and export the gold to Dubai, right? So that, can conclude the transaction and move forward with our project. So Mufaddal, I was told by, the very senior, person from our community member in Nairobi that Mufaddal, I can help you with your food project. I can help you with all your bright ideas, but I cannot really, I would not like to get involved in gold business because gold business is very risky business and people have lost lives in this business, okay? So please be very, very careful. And, when you are doing this, I mean, you are in it, you are already doing it and you are here to close a transaction. But I will advise you to be very, very careful and, and please try to get out of it because there is more money in food than gold. So you are in an ideal situation. You can educate people, you can provide them climate smart food. So you are actually capable of making more money in food business. So why are you risking your life in gold business? Okay. So based on his advice, we decided that I need to play very safe. And obviously he said no, that I'm not going to support you with 10% funds to export the gold from Africa, to Dubai. So he said no to it. And I said, okay, the support is not coming from here anymore, okay, because of the issues with, the risk associated with the gold business in Africa. So now, automatically, there was no other choice but to give me the mandate for that same amount of material, which I was supposed to be exporting from Africa. And I got a mandate and I came to Dubai. Okay. So that's how the whole journey of this gold and diamond business started. Okay, I came to Dubai. And obviously, I mean, if you have a mandate letter of 5,000 metric ton gold and 100,000 carat of diamond, you are a VVVVIP. Okay. I was staying in the best hotel in Abu Dhabi. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And, appointments was being made. Every seller, every gold buyer wanted to meet me. Okay. So that's what happened to me. And I met everybody in Dubai during that time. And then after doing all the research and work and everything, I made a lot of friends. Okay. And one of those gentlemen told me that, Mufaddal, I'm buying all quantity of gold and diamond which you have. And I'm going to buy that at a better price. And nobody will offer you that price. Okay. So I want you to be successful and I want you to make money and go on with your project. All right. So, but he told me this. Okay. You've got the mandate letter. You've got the mandate letter from Mr. Kasule, Muhammad Kasule. He gave you the mandate letter. Now ask Mr. Kasule to just fly, take an Emirates flight with 5 bars of gold, okay, and 100 carats of diamond, okay, and tell them to just fly down to Dubai to show that product to me, okay, come to my office in DMCC, show the product to me, and I will buy everything. So I said, good, there should not be a problem at all.
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I've got a buyer. You are ready to buy.
Well, that
okay.
right.
But then he told me that Mufaddal, don't waste your time on this one, because Muhammad Kasule will never come to Dubai. If he comes to Dubai, he will immediately from the airport go to the prison. Because he is a wanted man. Okay. Because he has cheated, you know, a lot of, you know, people in Dubai with this Entebbe scam. They call it an Entebbe scam, okay, over there.
Entebbe scam.
Entebbe scam.
Yeah.
So that's what happened, you know. So that happened. Mr. Kasule never
the
came.
The gold that he was selling in Uganda and never.
No, the gold was real. The gold was real. The diamond was real. He's a gold and diamond miner. But unfortunately, he was controlled by the Ugandan army. Because, you know, I mean, when these generals, when they operate and do all this smuggling business and stuff like that, okay, they need some business person, right? So somehow, obviously, I mean, they have the ways of, you know, controlling them. Because they are the people with, you know, weapons. So I believe, I was with him, actually, I lived with him, and he's a nice guy. Okay, but then, you know, he was being controlled, and I actually had a lot of dinners with the same general in his office. Okay. So, I mean, I was meeting everybody, and I was not talking about gold and diamond. I was discussing my projects. Okay. How to serve food and how to educate people and everybody. So my reputation was of a professor there. Okay. And I said, okay, now, obviously, in order for me to do the project, I need the money, and obviously the money will come as a foreign direct investment when I take this gold to Dubai. So that's exactly what happened. And then, you know, so that's what, you know, the learning experience was, that doing business in Africa is very, very difficult. All right. And we need to really have a good control of things in Africa, right, in order to do this good business. And that's what now we have. Okay. Since I think we last talked, I have a joint venture agreement with, you know, you met the guy, you know, already, Mr. Tar. But besides Mr. Tar, you know, you remember we were doing some petroleum situation, right? Because the money for the gold was supposed to come from the Korean petroleum buyer. Right?
Right.
So one of those person who used to interact with me for about a year or so in petroleum situation, he said, Mufaddal, you know, can we work together? I like your ideas. I like your project. You know, I mean, I can solve your problem of this Korean petroleum buyer. Okay. Because we have, you know, he represents a very big company, Gemini Group. And Gemini Group is...
Gemini is this person, Pierre, no?
Yeah. Pierre. So now we have signed a joint venture agreement with him.
With Pierre? Okay, great.
So he's now part of my team. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a very, very good news.
No, yeah, he was. I mean, he seems very real, but he was. I was speaking with him.
Yeah.
And he was. I mean, listen, Mufaddal, I am not a kid, okay? But he was tricking me. He was saying. Yeah, he was saying. I mean, he wrote, no. Why are you selling gold bullion? Myself? No, I am. No, but your name is on the offers.
Right, exactly.
Then I was thinking. I was thinking, no, not me. maybe Mufadal. Maybe
Okay.
Mufadal is selling,
right?
Because
yeah.
his name, no, the name of Mufadal Mirza is on the offers, no,
right.
on the contract.
Uh-huh.
And I said, because he wrote something that was, are you the seller or a gold bullion? Mm-hmm. So it was not or, it was off gold bullion. So he rewrite that.
Right.
And I explained, no, it's Mr. Sakata from Japan.
Yeah.
No, but your name is there. Mm-hmm. So why and so I called him, I called Pierre, and I asked him, Pierre, what problem do you have with me? No, I mean, I really, Pierre, what problem do you have with me? No?
Right.
Yeah, there was really no problem. No, the thing is, we were changing.
Okay. So now
we were
let
changing
me
comments.
let me give you the good news now. Okay.
The good news. Okay.
The good news is this, that this gentleman, obviously, he knows a lot of, high profile petroleum people. Okay.
Right. Seems to know.
High profile petroleum people, all the petroleum people which has money, okay, in their pocket. And most of these petroleum people are losing money because of this petroleum COVID-19 crisis. Okay, everybody's in trouble. So now I simply told him, like we are telling to everybody else, that will any petroleum buyer, your Gemini, company, as well as everybody else which Gemini is serving, will they enjoy if we put some 10%, increase their asset by 10%? Whatever money they have, I have the plan of increasing their asset by 10%. Then we can refine all the high sulfur petroleum they can provide us, whether it's crude or whether it's bottoms or, so all the high sulfur product has to be converted into a low sulfur fuel, which we will call it now a climate smart fuel. Okay, so it doesn't hurt the environment. So I can do that also for you. All right. So what you are doing is you are enhancing their asset by 10%, and then you are taking and buying their product to convert it into low sulfur fuel to sell it to everybody. So at the end of the day, everybody will be sort of making more money, because selling the fuel, you can make more money rather than selling the raw material. Same idea about the door gold and diamond from Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, if you purify the gold, you make more money. If you polish the diamond, you make more money. So it's a same philosophy, okay? Instead of selling raw materials, we sell the finished product. By selling the finished product, what happens is that, now during the processing of the raw material, whether it's food, gold, diamond, or petroleum, we are putting a lot of the people into work, because that needs to be done. Okay. And all those people will be now engaged in the, in the process, working for us. So that is the idea. And good news is this now, that, okay, he decided to really engage, before obviously everybody wants to see that, okay, this innovative system of Dr. Mufaddal will work or not. So they put the right people into the picture. Okay.
Okay.
So now he has got a huge buyer of bullion. Okay.
Okay.
Huge buyer, huge. Okay.
Huge. Okay.
So we said, okay, I have the bullion. I can give it to you. I have the bullion from Japan. I have the bullion from Hong Kong. I can give it to you.
Yeah, from Thailand also.
And from Thailand, and I have the bullion from, Hong Kong of Robert Cohen. So what I did was just to test everybody out. I also do the testing part. Okay. So I said, okay, Pierre, the contract of Robert and SPA is with you. Okay. So what we do is this. I worked very hard on this particular, contract in negotiation with Robert Cohen myself. And so why don't you, complete this SPA of 200 metric ton Okay, and the people and this person who is interested in buying, thousands of metric ton of gold from us, just ask him that, okay, complete this SPA, and I will sell it to you. I'm buying it at 6% net. I'm going to sell it to you for 5% net. Okay, so you complete the SPA and we move forward. I will enjoy the 1% profit, and we will use that profit for my COVID-19 projects, which we want to do. So he shared that SPA with Michael. Michael is his name. And,
Michael is the big guy.
Big guy, yeah. He's a big buyer, right? So Michael comes up with, says, okay, I've seen this offer, and I would not like to work with Mr. Cohen.
Okay.
So
will not like
to
work.
I would not like to buy Mr. Cohen's gold. Okay.
Okay.
So I asked him that, I replied and I said, okay, can you share your, negative experience you had with Mr. Cohen, so that I know about it and I can sort of fix it, or solve the problem. So he said, Mufaddal, I don't want to get into details, but I don't want to work with Mr. Cohen. Simple. Okay, so if you have any other offers, you let me know. So then I said, no problem. Mr. Cohen is just one gentleman. I get my gold from Africa. I refine it in Mitsubishi. You tell me what your capabilities are. Okay, and I will sell you that. So I said, okay, no problem. Share the details. Okay. So what I did was I confidentially shared the SPA, which we have signed for this Thailand 1,000 metric ton, contract with him. So he said, good. I mean, I think, but just make sure, Mufaddal, that this gold is liftable. Okay. Generally, most of these golds, from Thailand, when I see it, there is a restriction on that gold that it cannot be lifted.
Yeah.
So if the gold can be lifted and shipped to London, I don't have any issues in buying this quantity from you. It's a small quantity for me, but we can start with that. So I told him that, okay, I've already sold this gold at 7.5 to Mr. Kevin Cody. I already did that. All right. Metal ore to metal ore. The gold will be in metal ore. Mr. Cody is going to, do ledger to ledger transaction in metal ore. And I can simply duplicate that with you. There is no issue. You take 1,000 metric ton, I'll probably, or you can take the whole 2,000 metric ton. And Mr. Cody would love to, enjoy Mitsubishi gold, because I'm going to give Mitsubishi gold to Mr. Cody, and you take care of this gold, okay, for me. So he said, okay, no problem. So he has shared that details with the buyer in London, and hopefully, maybe today or in a day or so, we will be closing that transaction with him. The guy is good. The guy is very capable.
The one from Thailand, or the one? Which one?
No. It's a Thailand bullion which I shared with him, because I think that was the target. The $300 million which we need to close the deal, right? Which is a very small amount. So now the issue is not there. The money is there. The buyer is solid. This guy, who is also the mandate for the seller in London, for the buyer in London, operates a financial company. He's a very powerful man in USA. All right, Michael Gooseby. Okay, so I think we are moving forward with the project, and he's going to decide on concluding it. And I simply told him, okay, I mean, I'm getting a very, very good discount from them, but I'm selling it to you at 7.5. Okay, because I already have a buyer for that at that price. Okay, so the price is not negotiable. If you are ready to buy from me at 7.5, then the 2,000 metric ton is yours. And then maybe later on, after we conclude this transaction, I may get you a better price also. When I get my gold from Africa, refine it, I will give you a better discount also at a later time. But let's start with this transaction, conclude the 2,000 metric ton, and then we move forward. So I think this was a very good news. And then based on concluding this transaction, then all the asset of Gemini, okay, is coming to us, because they will be converting all of their asset to gold. Okay, so I've got huge gold buyers. You know, that small statement, you see, that Korean petroleum buyer actually became a blessing for us. Okay, because all of a sudden, all the petroleum people are in our network now. And you know, you have got a lot of petroleum guys too, you know. So now, once Gemini it's a very good company. And once Gemini decides to do their gold transaction in Park Gold Coin, okay, and we develop a system for them, and I explain them exactly how that is going to happen. It's a fail-proof system, okay, and you will be able to, optimize your cost of operation by working in Park Gold Coin versus in bank instruments, and MT103s and stuff like that. Because that is an expensive process of doing the transaction. And so with the Park Gold Coin and blockchain technology, it will be cost effective for you to operate your business in Park Gold Coin. They love the idea. They said, okay, now, yeah, they liked it. And now I think the test was this, our test, okay, was this, that this gentleman, who is a financial consultant also and provides finances, to the petroleum people, Michael Gusby, okay, and he had a bullion buyer also. So he said, okay, let him evaluate the whole process, and he rejected Mr. Cohen somehow. So that's a red flag on Mr. Cohen's part, we should not be dealing with him, and we don't want to really, because of that issue, because some other people also had some bad experience, with Mr. Cohen. This lady from, from Netherlands, she's also in this business of,
You mentioned the Amanda, or there was a lady?
No, Amanda is our mandate, in Brazil. Yeah. But there is another lady, I slip, the name is slipping from my mind. He is actually, a very powerful lady making healthcare equipments, and he's a director of the company, and they make PPEs and hospitals and stuff like that. And she's also obviously in the, gold and diamond business also. And she basically provides consultation to the governments, okay, good governance and stuff like that. So she is very popular, and so she also mentioned that, Mufaddal, please be careful with Mr. Cohen. And that's it. They don't discuss the details, okay? They say, please be very careful when you do the transaction with Mr. Cohen. And I simply said that, okay, I mean, I am a person who likes to make the transactions fail-proof, and I don't, dismiss any offer, because my process is very simple. Okay, whatever gold you have, that gold has to go to metal ore refinery. It will be melted and transformed into my SAMS TT bars. And based on the results of the metal ore refinery or Mitsubishi, now, since we have contact with Mitsubishi. So once these refineries, concludes and gives me the assay report, I will simply transfer the money, because the gold is in the custody of metal ore. They have refined it. They have, removed all the impurities and gave me the quantity and quality of the gold available. So that's my process, and my process is fail-proof. So I really don't have any issues with working with anybody. Anybody in the gold business, I can work with them, because my process actually is, fail-proof. Okay, and I don't lose any money when I apply that process. So we don't give any advance to anybody. We simply say, okay, if you are a gold person, if you are a gold seller, make sure that whatever quantity of gold you have available in stock, you put the quantity in metal ore refinery, let them refine, give me the assay report, and I will simply make the payment to you. There is no issue. So if anybody who doesn't do that, probably they don't have the gold. Okay, so they will be dismissed. They will dismiss, they will run away, they will not be there anymore. So I said, well, I mean, Robert Cohen or Robert Cohen's grandfather cannot cheat me, all right? Because I know I have made my system scam proof, cheat proof, fail proof. All right. So I'm a system developer, and I develop the systems, okay, whereby nobody has an opportunity to bypass the system. Nobody has the opportunity to cheat you. All right. So everybody knows me now that this is my process, okay, and it's a very straightforward kind of a process. So it's a basically 99% of the people who do not have the gold in stock, and they are trying to do the gold trading and gold brokering. They are basically removed from the system with our process. So they don't, they cannot stand, over here. They get repelled. So now we are left with 1% genuine people who are gold sellers, who has the gold, who wants to make money with their gold, and I'm offering them 10% more revenue. What they've made in 2019.
And tell me, Pierre and Michael and you, did you mention the gold from Japan? And
yeah, I mentioned everything. I told him. No, I told him that don't worry about Mr. Cohen. Okay, we leave Mr. Cohen aside. I mean, Cohen is just one small man. But I have gold, directly from my gold mines. I can refine it in metal ore for you. I can refine it in Mitsubishi for you. And I also have the available gold in stock in Japan. And I told him that you take care of the Thailand 2000 metric ton, and I'm going to sell this Japanese gold now to Mr. Kevin Cody, which we are in the process of doing. And so both of you guys are happy. And then later on, if you need Mitsubishi gold, or you select your own refinery, whatever hallmark gold you need, I'll make it for you. He likes the idea. He likes our project. And basically, he believes that, the petroleum industry will be very happy looking at your proposal, and by, putting money in everybody's pocket. So petroleum industry is really struggling, and all the petroleum people, will love your idea, and I will make sure that their money gets transformed into gold. So I think which is a very, very, very good news.
Okay. So you think Pierre is going to provide a solution directly, or he will put?
No, it's done. I mean, we are closing the contract basically.
Closing.
Yeah, it's finished. I mean, everything has been shared with them, and we have. I told actually Pierre is a sort of very sort of a young person. All right, I shared the SPA with him, and as soon as I shared the SPA, actually I was preparing the SPA myself for Mr. Michael, and I shared that confidential document with him on WhatsApp. And before I send my SPA to Mr. Michael, he shared that with Mr. Michael, So I told him, man, that was a confidential data for you, That was not supposed to be shared with the buyers, because we are selling at 7.5 and I'm getting a much higher discount, So, well, he said, sorry, Mufaddal, but I said, don't worry about it. No issues. I am not going to be selling to Mr. Michael at that discount.
At 5.
At that discount, I mean, my price is 7.5. Okay. I already am selling that, a gold to Kevin if Mr. Michael doesn't want it, So my price is 7.5, but he knows that Mufaddal is capable of buying the gold at this discount, And I told him that why I am getting the discount, because the seller wants me to give money so that I can, do my COVID-19 projects. So that is the reason, okay? I mean, you will not get that price from the seller. I am getting that price, and I've signed the contract, and you know it, so that, now you have the details with you. Then he simply made one comment. Thank you, Mufaddal, and, I will just make sure that this is liftable. And he has already shared that with the buyer in London, and probably we will close this transaction today.
Okay, and for example, do you think that this would meet what the Sakata needs, for example, in order of a proof of funds or some kind of...
No, I mean, the proof of fund is like, I mean, I'm not worrying about that, because once the transaction is closed, okay, and there are two other buyers waiting for me in Dubai. One wants 600 kilogram, waiting for me now, okay, and one of them needs 400 metric ton. So I said, no problem. I mean, I have gold available, and you show me you are capable of buying. And the way to show me is either you show me, through Brinks, you show me through metal ore, or you show me with DLC, documented letter of credit. The choice is yours. You prove to me that you have the money. Okay, you prove, you first sign the SPA. Okay, so you are agreeing with on my terms. Once you agree on my terms, then I'm giving you the flexibility. Okay, or give me your Brinks account, give me your metal ore account. Okay, that is fine with me. That means I know that you are a reliable person, and the metal ore and Brinks should confirm that you currently have the money to buy 400 metric ton. I'll sell it to you. There's no problem. So that was a discussion I had with two other buyers in Dubai yesterday actually. So they are also now evaluating the transaction, and we'll be closing it.
What about your target for next Friday, Mufadal?
Yeah, that is there. I mean, I just gave you the update. I have the money because I've sold the bullion, right? The money is coming into our account. And that money will be transferred. It is coming to our HNT World Limited account, right? So once we conclude the transaction, the money is coming into our account. And then from HNT World Limited, we transfer 100,000, 200,000, $1 million to Mr. Sakata to start the 21 metric ton process. Okay. And the $300 million is already in my HNT World Limited account. So that way we will be closing the deal with Thailand people.
The second number, the 300 is already? Are you saying that?
Yeah. I told you that. I mean, I've sold 2,000 metric ton bullion. Okay. So my profit is, in billion, not in millions.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, okay, but just to rephrase, Mufadal, in order not to get loose. Let's say that the money is on the account. Well, if it will be on the account, you can just ask the bank to give you a proof of funds. So
yeah, it's my account. Or the money is coming into my account, right?
It's coming. No, I mean, that's on the next days, no? Yeah.
So now I am not actually looking at asking for money like we discussed before. I'm not asking for money because I don't need the money from anybody else. I don't need a bridge financier anymore. The picture of bridge financier has been eliminated. Okay. So we keep the profit ourselves.
Okay.
We simply sell. Okay. We simply sell. And I think Amanda agrees with us. She decided that, okay, I told her that, okay, it's 2 months. We have been working to arrange the bridge finance for Mr. Cohen's gold. Okay. And Robert Cohen, because you introduced Mr. Cohen to me, right? So now, simply,
Amanda.
Amanda. So simply, Amanda, the ball is in your court. Okay. You know the buyer also because you are directly in contact with Mr. Kevin Cody. Okay. And Mr. Kevin Cody told you that just get me a green signal from Mr. Robert Cohen that 200 metric ton is going to be available on this date in the metal ore refinery, and I will sign the contract with Mr. Mufaddal. There's no problem. Okay. So that now I told her that, okay, the bridge financiers have wasted 2 months of our time. So they were working with Robert Cohen to complete the SPA and, arrange the finance. And they were not able to do it. Okay. So I am removing this term or these people who are bridge financiers. I don't need bridge financiers anymore. Why? Okay. Because you can simply, based on your contact in Brazil, okay, you sell 200 metric ton gold, and in terms of Park Gold Coin and SAMS blockchain TT bar, the gold is there. Okay, you are the person who introduced me to this gold. So Amanda, your company actually signs the contract of 200 metric ton with Mr. Robert Cohen. Okay, and then that way we conclude the transaction. You already sold that to your Brazilian people. Okay, your president and everybody in Brazil, and you are, you are a gold and diamond person, and she owns a lot of, precious stone reserves. The place where she lives in Brazil, they call it amethyst. I think that's a precious stone, and she has got a lot of amethyst over there. Okay, so she's the owner of a lot of that asset, over there in Brazil. So I said, Amanda, please go and, sell this 200 metric ton without wasting any time, so that we move forward with, Mr. Cohen's situation. And the kind of money we are making with Mr. Kevin Cody. She knows that, because, she is part of the process of selling Robert Cohen's gold to Kevin Cody.
Okay, let me brief you. I spoke with Mr. Cody today.
Okay.
Shortly.
Okay.
But before that, I would like to tell you about Pierre. There is a thing with Pierre. Tomorrow or on Wednesday, I'm going to make a conference call between a Canadian guy that is called Schuller, Paul Schuller,
okay,
and Pierre.
Okay.
Mr. Schuller, his company is called Dominion West Investments. He's based on Vancouver.
Okay.
Mr. Schuller is a German family.
Okay.
But Canadian born, but he's a nice guy, very Canadian. Okay, I mean he's very tough, very gentle at the same time.
Okay.
He's a authorized vendor for Bonnie Light. Okay.
Okay.
His company and his people in Nigeria, they take care of some part of the logistic cost. So they hire a vessel, they do the logistics, they do the tanks in Rotterdam or in China.
Okay.
And the problem is that Pierre does not believe this. He believes that the only authorized seller is an NPC from Nigeria.
Okay.
And so anyway, the point is I will arrange a conference call, but the problem is Paul Schuller sells at 4. And if I would earn a commission, or you and me, whatever, the commission has to be paid by Gemini, by Pierre.
Okay, no problem.
And that's it. That's a problem, because once I connect, I have not had the time to speak with Pierre about if I will take, if I will have 20 cents, 30 cents, 40, 50 cents, whatever, okay, per barrel or whatever, okay?
Let me update you on that, okay? We have signed a contract with Pierre, right? Pierre is a director, is a marketing person in Gemini, okay? Gemini doesn't sign joint venture agreement with anybody, okay? They are independent company and they don't sign joint venture agreements. So the joint venture agreement I have signed is with Pierre's company in France, okay? And the arrangement is very similar to what we had with Mr. Tar, okay? Whatever is the cost of doing business, we do that, okay? And then at the end of the day, we share the profit. I mean, it's the same MOU which you signed, So basically that is the concept. We signed that concept. So we don't have to worry about it, because now whatever money we make in any transaction of petroleum between Pierre and ourselves, obviously that 21% or whatever profit we make, 21% is, when we are talking about getting the investment in from our SAMS TQLMA crowd fund, okay? Because 72% profit we share with people. But now whatever money we make, okay, among ourselves in any transaction, we equally split among 3 of us. Okay, so there is no problem.
I mean, With Pierre, you mean?
Yeah, with Pierre, you and me, you know. Whatever we make,
sure.
Okay, we make some profit, right? In concluding the transaction. So what I want to do is this. And I told Pierre, and I'm telling you also this thing, I mentioned that before, that your role now is not of a commission agent. Okay? Because we don't want to degrade ourselves as a broker or a commission agent. Okay? That was the position, you know, we had before. I'm not interested in doing any brokerage.
Yeah, that's very. I mean, it takes a lot of effort to arrange
I know,
that. No?
But what we are already in the business now. Okay, I've signed the joint venture agreement. Our joint venture agreement allows you to make more money than your commission structure. Okay, and we are not saying that we are not going to be doing millions and billions of dollars worth of you know, petroleum business or gold business. We are doing all of it, but now we are actually the reseller, or as a consultant we are facilitators. Okay, that's our role. All right, and whatever money we make in facilitating the transaction between buyer and seller, whatever money we make in reselling by after value addition of the product. Okay, and so we are buying and we are reselling, and that's what exactly Gemini does. Okay, they buy and they resell.
So, I mean, Pierre is part of Gemini, or
yeah, Pierre is a managing, it's a marketing director of Gemini.
Marketing Gemini, okay.
And I
Gemini
am Pierre's
is a buyer.
my company.
Gemini is a buyer and a seller. Gemini is a trader.
Gemini does that. Okay, it's a very reputed company in Netherlands. You know, very experienced petroleum guy. So you know, I say, and I told him that I like to sign the JV agreement with Gemini, and Pierre told me that no, Gemini doesn't sign JV agreements, but you know, my company can sign it for you, and then obviously through me the Gemini will be available, obviously, to do business. So that is a better way of doing things. You know, simple, better. We respect the company policies, and based on that, I've signed the JV agreement with Mr. Pierre's company. So now we are partners. I've signed the JV agreement with you. So, you know, we are also part of the same team. And if simply after signing the JV agreement, your name appeared, you know, as a seller in my contracts, you know, for bullion contracts, because I handed over all the bullion business to you.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
That's the reason.
So I know you have to, you know, you get a surprise, you know, why my name is there, you know.
Where is my name?
Sure. So actually Mufaddal Mirza is not selling anymore. You are selling it.
Okay.
So I've elevated your position, you know, as a seller.
Right. Well, I didn't knew that. I mean, it's okay.
No, I told you that, and I think I shared all that stuff with you. But anyway, I think it takes a little time, you know, to get used to the
of course,
new situation. You know?
No problem. No problem.
So HNT World Limited is your company. Somehow, Mr. Sattar Hakim has not joined our HNT World Limited group somehow, and he also exited the you know, SAMS TQLMA Global America group, because I think he's probably a little overwhelmed, you know, with the situation. And I explained you his problem, you know. So anyways, we want to help him out, and you know, so even if he, you know, acts as a silent player, you know, he won't be very active in our bullion and, you know, transactions. We simply want to ship him to Hong Kong, so that all the paperwork, etc., can be completed, and he will keep on doing his work of shipping the students to China, you know, from Pakistan. So let him do his work, and we will be becoming the director and signatory, etc., in the HNT World Limited account once we ship him to Hong Kong, and then, you know, basically we will be operating the business.
Okay, so let me tell you the story of Mr. Cody. Well, I had a chance. He took the call. No, we talked very fast, no, because it seems that he's like. And I mentioned, no, Mr. Cody, I think that there will be a solution with metal ore if you, if at least part of the 1,000 kilos, I mean 10, can go to metal ore, and that will be enough. And he said, why 10? Why not the 1,000? Well, I said, well, then the 10 or the 1,000 will need to be paid, and because that's the request, no, it's working at the moment. So, and he said, no, 10 is too small. I mean, that it will need to be 50, because 50 I can entertain, but it's better than 50. Yeah, better than 50, 250. He mentioned, well, we can do 250, but and he was really to the point. No, I mean, he was. I mean, do you understand that that's a strong idea that he repeats? He repeats that the gold goes to metal ore. We will do layer to layer. Everything will be secure. We will pay. Blah blah blah. No.
Yes. So, very clean.
So he said that.
Very clean process.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a strong position. I mean, he's a person very how do you say, with a strong mind. I mean, you cannot, I mean, you'd say something and he's not going to hear you, no?
No.
For example, also,
I tell you the reason, okay? In order to be a successful CEO of TradeCo, the company which is owned by the richest man in Abu Dhabi, in UAE, okay? You have to follow the instructions of the owner of the company like a Bible.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so that's what he does. All right, and he says, Mufaddal, you know, I mean, this is the process. No change. Okay, this is the process. Now we understand their process, which is good. That I have understood his Bible. All right.
Right.
For because working with him for last 1 year, you know, so I understand exactly where he comes from. Okay, and I've experienced it myself. Okay, actually the blessing happened because it was a slip of tongue on his part when he mentioned it to me that Mufaddal, good, I like your proposal, okay, of extending you the advance of your commission, okay, and you actually you know, open up your account, your company account or your personal account in our same bank, you know, in Dubai, and you know, we solved the problem, because now my company policy do not allow me to send that, you know, proof of fund, documented letter of credit, but your company can do it. And you know, you are making, you know, for 5,000 metric ton, you know, my commission was more than what the DLC requirement was. So I said, I'm not going to be moving that money from my account. It's really a joint account. You will be controlling the account. Simply the money gets transferred into my account, and then we do the DLC, and the chapter is closed. Okay, but then when I went out there, you know, and talked to the CEO of Aurora, okay, he simply reiterated the Bible.
Okay.
He looked at the Bible and he reiterated the Bible, and he said, okay, Mufaddal, we cannot extend advance to you. That's not possible. All right. Okay. So I was in Dubai, you know, did all the expense, you know, and went to Dubai. Okay. And, you know, for the job which I wanted to do, and we couldn't do it. Okay. So that was a blessing. And then in that, you know, situation, I was trying to raise the money from my own resources and, you know, from other people and stuff like that. And at that point in time, I didn't contacted, you know, Wasim, because I knew that Wasim also, you know, in order to move forward, Wasim also needed the money from my community, you know, to do the transaction at that time. So I thought that Wasim will not be able to help. So anyway, so I started talking to everybody else, you know, in Dubai, except for Mr. Wasim at that time. And I found out that, you know, Dubai doesn't have the money. And everyone in Dubai considers gold and diamond business as a risky business. Okay. Because nobody is, you know, in our community member, nobody is doing this kind of business, you know. of this volume, basically. I mean, they cannot simply appreciate that, small men like Mufaddal can do, can sell gold in tons. Here people talk about 10 tolas,
Okay.
So they were used to grams and tolas, and I was talking about metric tons, So everybody said, well, this guy is crazy, it is not possible. How can he do this, We are such a senior people. We have spent 50 years of our life in Dubai, and we even cannot count the money which Mufaddal is talking about, So, everybody was not really prepared to work on that, situation. So that's it. So they didn't happen. But then I made a lot of contacts. I made a lot of, good headways towards climate smart food, attended Gulf Food Expo. So very, very productive trip was there in Dubai. And then I removed, I moved away, at the end of the trip, which was, I think it ended in November, and it was the right time because I had the 30-day visa. So my visa was expiring, and I concluded that, trip by coming back to Karachi. And that was a blessing for me, because otherwise I would have been stuck, in a foreign land during the COVID-19 lockdown,
Yeah.
So now I'm enjoying my life in my home, and, and we made all this progress, based on our experiences in Africa, our experiences in Dubai, and our experiences with Mitsubishi Gold, courtesy of JBS. So now, when you do any hard work, wherever and whichever way, you get paid, okay? I mean, there is a universal law that whatever investment you make, you get the return. So today, in this time now, this week, I think we are ready to get the return on investment.
Okay. Meanwhile, Mufaddal, do you have your WhatsApp in front of you? I have copied to you a phone from somebody in the Emirates. Would you like to call him?
Yeah,
he's
sure.
He's the Egyptian guy.
Okay, Sheriff Mary. Okay.
His name is Sheriff Mary.
Okay.
Okay, he's the head of IPMR. That is this one, no?
IPMR. Okay.
IPMR. This is a web page.
Okay. Yeah.
And well, he's I mean, I have a long-standing relation with him of 10 years.
Okay.
10 years that really should have been different, no? Selling to him gold that I didn't have, but he also was the kind of entrepreneur person that he wants to receive. So he does not want to trip. He does not want to buy FOB. He does not give nothing. I mean, he just waits sitting there in the Emirates, no? That you send the gold there, and that's very difficult, no? But anyway.
I know that. I know the style of Emirates, So anyway, everybody in Emirates, all the big people, okay, in Emirates, when they talk to me and I give them the name of Aurora Resources DMCC, they rest in peace. Okay. Because I mean, they don't have any questions after that. So I said, well, if you know Aurora Resources DMCC, okay, that's my company. That's a company I sell bullion to. So you can talk to them and ask to them about Dr. Mufaddal Mirza. They will let you know who am I.
Well, the story around Aurora is that the American that was the general manager or marketing managing director, Mr. Corey Keller.
Kevin Cody, huh?
No, another guy, Corey Keller.
Oh, Cody Taylor, okay.
Mr. Keller, okay.
Okay.
So Mr. Keller worked for IPMR, I think that 1 or 2 years. That was 2009 and 2010. And in 2011 or in 2012, he moved from IPMR to Aurora.
To Aurora,
so to Aurora, and Mr. Keller has been working in Aurora from 2011 or 2012 to 2018. So he was been working there like 6 or 7 years.
Okay,
yes.
Good.
What's the relation, no, between IPMR and Aurora? I mean,
good. So they know. I mean, they are good people.
Yeah, of course, they know.
They know each other.
Yes, so you can call
I'll call
Mr. Marey and give my salutes to him.
I will do that.
And that's it.
I will do that, and I think I like Egyptians. I like Egypt, and I think we can close some deal very fast with him.
He's by the way, he's the president of the company.
Okay.
The president, and he is also a main stockholder, no? One of
stockholder
the main,
of the company. Okay.
Stockholder of the company. Yes.
Yeah, he's the decision maker, right? Okay.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Okay. Good.
And so now, okay, I have to call Sakata. Mr. Sakata in Japan. He was waiting for me.
Okay.
And well, let's meet the targets.
Let's meet the target, and our target is aggressive. Okay, tell them that our target is to get the money in our account by Friday. And you know, he should be planning accordingly. You know, so the money will come into Mr. Sakata's account.
Yeah, this $1 million, no?
$1 million is going to come to his account. If not on, if earlier is fine, you know, it will surprise him if he can, you know, send the money on Thursday or something like that. But tell them that, you know, by Friday we are closing most of these, you know, situation which we are working with, and the money $1 million will come into your account, you know, by Friday or latest, because Friday is a holiday in Dubai. So latest by next Monday, you know, so give that target date of Monday to Mr. Sakata.
Okay. Okay, we move forward. So sure.
We move forward. And like I said, our silent target is whatever is the worth of Mr. Sakata today in Japan. Okay, you will be having more money very soon than what Mr. Sakata has. Yeah. That's a target.
I don't have any problem. By the way, the person in Peru that has the mines, he called me.
Okay.
So I have not returned the call, but probably he will ask me, Guillermo, can I talk with the guy from Pakistan? No, so he will ask something like that. The point is, in order for you to have strong position, if I introduce you to this Peruvian or to some other people from Peru, we need to have the resources. No, I think I agree. We agree with you that we don't want to now thin ourselves. We don't want to talk to a lot of people. Now, idea is simply action. Okay, and once $1 million, you know, dollar is in Mr. Sakata's account, I think the whole world will rest in peace after that. Okay. Right. I mean, I'm talking about Mr. Sakata. Okay. 300 million, 2,000 metric ton transaction, all those things will also increase our reputation, obviously. Okay. Because these people are also very powerful, you know, Dr. Chan and Dr. Gerald, who is the consultant of the seller. So obviously that is also very important for us. But obviously, you know, the potential I see in Japan will make us the benchmark bullion trader of the world. Because I know that Mitsubishi is the best refinery, okay? And all our gold from everywhere, you know, the single point address which we can give them is Mitsubishi Japan and not Metalor, okay? Sure. We'll do all the business, you know, in Japan. So, you know, I believe that, you know, that is, Mr. Sakata will enjoy it. We will enjoy it as a team. Okay. And, you know, I think Japan equation is a blessing for us. Yeah, finally. It is. Peru. Don't forget about Peru in South America. No. Actually, what I'm saying is this. Okay, all the Peruvian engineers, all the engineers from Liberia, all the engineers from Uganda, all the engineers from Pakistan, I've got 50,000 of them.
okay? All the engineers from India, I've got lots of them, all will be trained not in North America, but in Japan. Biggest university, okay? Our university in Japan, SAMS Energym University campus in Japan will be the largest campus. Okay?
Okay.
It will be. Because, you know, University of Urbana-Champaign, I mean, there are 50,000 students only over there. It's a very big university. Okay? So we are talking about more than 100,000 students, okay, in our campus working on this particular project. So that is a plan. And all these engineers are free, available. They are unemployed. They are looking for help, you know, so that they can survive COVID-19. So we will be shipping them to Japan. They will be trained over there. And from Japan, I believe that the Japanese technology is much superior than anybody else. I know that. Only German can match it a little bit, you know.
Okay.
I know that, okay? I know that. So I think that's a plan, and that's what we are looking forward to. And, you know, so let's build this university in Japan, conclude the transaction, and obviously Mitsubishi, you know, will refine all our gold, and that's it. Blockchain, okay, and it will be stored, and we'll be selling it. I tell you simple why, okay? Because if you believe this, okay, imagine this, and you are a petroleum person, so you can imagine it. You know the potential that all the petroleum transaction of the world, if it happens in Park Gold Coin, figure out the amount of gold we need. Very simple.
Yeah.
Okay, simple equation. Because that is happening. That is happening.
So
and two of the very senior financial consultants, and you mentioned one of them, you know, the German guy in Canada, okay, and this gentleman, Michael, who is also a financial guy, whom I am concluding the bullion transaction. These are the people who advise, you know, all the companies, all the petroleum companies. They provide finance to them. So if they are with us, that means all the transaction of petroleum will happen in Park Gold Coin, because we are offering them better alternatives than banks.
Okay. Also, Mufadal, this guy is called, he's an American-Ukraine guy.
Okay.
He's kind of nice, kind of crazy.
Okay.
Mikhail Bikrev, Ukrainian. Okay.
Okay.
He works in bank instruments. Okay.
Okay.
And I called him the other day.
Okay.
Asking for some help. Okay.
Okay.
For us.
Okay.
And he's a nice guy. I briefly mentioned what we were, you and me, trying to do.
Okay.
And he says that he needs to see how the market is evolving.
Okay.
I mean the global market.
Okay.
In order to see if there is he's going to be on a position or a strong position or things like that. But he's a nice guy. I mean that's his phone. It's from Ukraine. Okay, the phone.
Okay, I like Ukraine. I like Ukraine, and I know Ukraine because of my water doctor. Okay. Mr. Alex Ramizov is my partner in Ukraine. Okay. And they have developed the best technology of purifying the water without power. Okay. Without power. You don't need electricity to purify your underground or your, you know, municipal water. It comes to this device. It gets automatically filtered. All the contamination is removed, and you get nice clean water, you know, in your overhead tank. So he has developed this technology and, you know, he is our partner. And I think that's what our mission is, that all our Wheel of Life Farm school will be integrating his technology of, you know, Ukraine. And there is another company, you know, is also close to, it's a Russian company basically, but they are also based in Ukraine, and it's filter systems, you know, and they have developed this unique nano filter, you know, device. So all the overhead water, you know, which DFRM purifies, okay, when you pass this through this filter, all the microorganisms and viruses and everything you know, gets blocked. And this device, I use it in my home today. This device actually restructures the water, because there, you know, water molecule combined together. When you look at it in the microscope, and it has got a cluster. Okay, so that water cluster of molecules is of a much larger size. Okay, in normal water. So when you pass this water through this nano membrane, the cluster sizes become smaller. Okay, so it actually makes the water more digestible.
Okay.
We call it a healing water, you know. It heals you, it digests your food, and, you know, it helps your system, because, you know, our body needs water.
Sure.
So when we consume that water, I do that. And, you know, so that is a company which I would like to definitely work with, and we will be setting up their manufacturing facility everywhere in every country, you know.
Yeah, that could be a matter, an issue to discuss with Bikref, no? Because he is a very open-minded guy, okay? Mr. Michael.
So I think this gentleman possibly can help us in terms of, you know, negotiating the best contract with Mr. Alex Remizo and the owner of this filter system.
Perfect.
They're two Russian guys. They speak the same language, so it will be very good. And I have another gentleman from the same area who is a 3D expert. Okay, he makes jewelry with 3D machines, printing machines, you know, 3D printing. He prints jewelry basically using 3D machines, you know. So he's also a very innovative guy, okay, and he's also interested in working with us, you know. So I think these are all the good people, and the Ukraine and Russian technology is very, very good, very advanced, and you know, so we would like to definitely utilize those technologies. It's available to us. I've been working with these people for last 4 or 5 years, but again, our constraint simply was, you know, money. That money was not available to us, you know, to pay them $500,000 or whatever, you know, to get the license and everything, and so that we can start manufacturing here. But now I think we have the money, and we will probably invest that money in getting the best technologies of the world. So that's a plan. So that's a Ukraine equation, and I definitely appreciate you know, your contact in Ukraine and your German contact. I like Germans also very much. And with your German contact, you know, you can share the video conference I had with Pierre with them. $500 billion, okay, is available as a grant for SMEs. And Angela Merkel approved it. Okay. And Angela Merkel is now the leader of EU. All right. She's not the leader of Germany anymore, but she's the leader of EU. Okay. She makes all the decisions. Okay. So Germany is also a very good country for us. And our target is selling $500 billion worth of gold to Mrs. Merkel, so that $500 billion can be enhanced by 10%, and so that SMEs of Germany can enjoy a better life. That's it. That's a plan. Okay. So, you know, mention all those things with them. Share the Mr. Pierre's meeting. I think you have it in your.
No, I don't. The Pierre meeting, I do not have that.
No, I mean, I shared with everybody, but I mean, I will share the link again. So go through that meeting also to see what we discussed with Mr. Pierre and of re-engineering Europe, basically. So that's a plan we have discussed with him. And, it's a similar kind of a meeting I had with Mr. Tar for re-engineering Africa. So here it is re-engineering of Europe, So same model, same idea. Go through that meeting, and that Zoom meeting can be shared with your German partner also.
Okay, Mufadal. Enjoy your day.
Pleasure talking to you. Let's make the day productive and move forward.
Okay,
so
thank you very much.
Guillermo is a seller of bullion, not Mufaddal anymore. Okay. Don't forget that.
Okay. Okay,
Okay,
Mufadal.
take care. All right.
See you. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye.